Okay guys, so in this session today we are going to learn about input in Java, how to give input in Java. I'm going back to my dashboard and I'm going to create here a new class. I'm writing here third, and in this third program today, in this third class, I'm going to explain you how you can give a value during the run mode in Java, how you can do so. I'm just going to selecting entire thing. I'm going to delete it here. So guys, first of all, I am going to take you to my paint screen. I'm going to click here on new image, and I'm going to explain you from the beginning, like what is how you can give the values during run mode. So guys, first of all, you need to understand this structure. Java is all about classes and object. And classes has some functions. We need to create object if I want to access to any class. So guys, similarly, this, suppose this is a package. I'm just going to create here a few packages. This is our main package whose name is Java. I'm just going to write here. This is my main package whose name is Java. Inside Java, I'm having so many small packages. I'm having so many packages. I could see here I'm having so many packages in Java. I'm just taking one example. Yes, you need to understand this is overview of of classes, functions, and objects. How what is the standard of Java? So guys, you just need to assume this is a main big briefcase of Java, and inside I'm having so many classes, where I'm having and all these classes are wrapped inside some other packages. So that means Java is a main super package. Inside Java, when you go again, you will be getting so many packages here, where one of my package is util. One of my package is util. This is one of my package. Now inside this package, guys, I'm having so many classes. I'm having so many classes inside this package. I'm having so many classes, I said, inside this package, where I'm having one class whose name is scanner, where I'm having one class whose name is a scanner. And each class, guys, I'm having so many functions. This is my class whose name is scanner. And this is the class, this is the class which I use for to input the values whenever I want to give any value. I just want to fetch the value from console. I need to give it to the system. How to do? We can do all these things with the help of scanner class. One more time, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm having one main package of Java. Inside Java, I'm having so many small packages. I'm taking example of util, which is again a package. Inside util, I'm having so many classes, guys. Well, one class is a scanner. Now in this class, I'm having so many functions. Like first function is next int, through which I can give some integer value. I can fetch some integer value from my console. I can give it to my system. Next, I'm having next float. Next, I'm having next float, which is again my function, with the help of which I'm just taking up some value from console. I'm giving it to my system. Next, I'm having next, which is going to give me a line of anything, whatever you're writing on your console. Means you can fetch anything from console to the screen. Like I'm just going to accept a value using run mode. Run mode, I'm going to ask my user, please give me some value, please enter some value. Whatever value will be entered by user, that will be taken inside the system with the help of this scanner class. And these functions we will be using. If I want to fetch an integer value, I'll be using this function. If I want to fetch a float value, I'll be using this function. If I want to fetch a complete line, then this function. If I want to fetch a double value, then I'll be using this function. You can see, like, how I'm writing, guys. The next is a small I is capital of integer. Next is a small f is capital of integer. This is camel case naming convention. Basically, in this camel case naming convention, we will get to know the recommendations, means how to start a class, how to write the name of the functions, how to write the name of the classes and the objects, how to create variables. So all these things, are a big list of recommendations which you need to go through. So similarly, these are the built-in functions, the defined functions, the cooked functions, which are already written inside Java. I don't need to do anything. I just need to call these functions, guys. I just need to call these functions. So what is the procedure, like how to do this thing, which I've explained to you through code? This I'm going to demonstrate to you. So I'm just going to click here on third. So guys, first of all, I'm just writing here a class. I'm writing here the name of my class, that is third. Okay, I've just written here the name of my class. I'm coming to my class. I'm creating here curly braces, I'm just coming over here and I'm writing here public static void main. I'm opening round brackets, coming to the next line, creating curly braces, having some space in between. Now I've also explained you, if you see this thing, that I'm having one main package of Java. Inside I'm having util, inside I'm having a scanner. So this, first of all, I need to import. I'm having Java package, but somewhere else it is keeping. I just need to bring it to my code. So how to bring it, this I'm going to explain you how you can bring it. So I'm just going to use here one keyword which is known as import. I've already told you in my very first session that we have total 53 keywords in Java. I'm using import, one more keyword, a new keyword I've introduced with you, that is import, which is being used to import anything from any package to my program. So this is my code, this is my program. I'm going to import something to this code. I'm just writing an import Java dot util dot scanner. So this line is going to import my scanner class. So what I'm writing here, you can see, I'm just writing here import, I'm writing here Java, I'm writing here dot util dot scanner. That means import is my keyword. I'm just bringing my main package first of all to my program. From this main package, I'm bringing util, and from util package I just need a one class, that is a scanner. Guys, if you want to bring all the classes from util package, you can also write this thing. This is means it's up to you. You need to write, but one of the way you need to follow, either you write here star, so you are going to bring all classes from util package to your code, or if you want, you just can write here scanner, because basically scanner is only the class which I want to use here. So if you want, you can write here star, bring all the classes, or if you want, you just can write here scanner with S is capital, and you can bring only this class to your code. So guys, this is the way, like I can import this by writing this entire line. I just can import a scanner and I can connect it with my code and I can use it. So this is very simple thing. I'm writing here import a keyword. I'm writing here Java, the main package, putting dot, writing util, means from Java package, I'm bringing util package, and from util, I'm bringing my scanner class. So guys, once you write this line, you put semicolon, it means you have brought a scanner class to your code. Now the next thing is how to use it. I'm going to explain you. I'm creating a program for the addition of two numbers and I'm going to take a value from user. So first of all, I need to create rooms. I need to create variables. So I'm writing at A, comma, B, comma, C. That means I've created three rooms in a memory of type integer. Let's give a value to them. Now, I don't want to give a value. I want to ask value from user. So how to use it? First of all, what I need to do is I'm going to create an object of this scanner class. Guys, I want to explain you one more thing. This is a class. We know scanner is a class. Scanner has its own function. But guys, you know, this class is logged. Every class is logged. You could not use any class without creating an object if the class is not a static. I'll explain you static in coming sessions. What do you mean by static? As of now, the scanner is a non-static class. It is a logged class. The name is a scanner, which has few functions. So guys, if I want to use those functions, I need to create an object. Once I create an object of a scanner class, I can use all its functions. So let's come and see how to create object of a scanner class. For a scanner class object, guys, you need to write the name of the scanner first of all. Then you need to write the name of an object. So I'm writing here the name of the object is obj. You need to write here obj. It is not recommended. You can write here A, B, or C, anything. But better you write here obj. Better you go with the recommendations. It looks good. And it can be a kind of a standard, you can say. So scanner obj I'm writing in a new, guys. New is basically a keyword with the help of which, you know, I'm just requesting my operating system to give some space in memory, or which type of scanner type. You know, guys, you know, you just need to inform a scanner. Even you need to give some arguments, you know, in a scanner parameter list, like you are using here system input stream. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this is that I'm using system is a class. We know, guys, this is a static class, so we don't need to create any object of system class, but which has, you know, two different types of streams, input and output. So out I used when I want to print something to console. Similarly, system.in is opposite of system.out. So system.in I use when I want to bring something from console to system. I'm going to fetch something from console to my system, So that is the reason I'm writing here system.in. So this line is going to explain you like how to create object of a scanner, guys. This is very, very important. You can make a note of it. Whenever you want to create any object of any class, you'll be following this pattern, especially when you're following a scanner, you need to write the same line. Understood? So what I'm done, I'm just going to explain once again. This is the name of my class. This is the name of my object. I write is equal to, that is assignment operator, and I assign space to obj in memory, not I. It will be assigned. And which type of a space you want means the class name only I'm going to write here. And I'm going to do in this, I'm going to bring something from console to my system. So once you have done this line, guys, you need to inform to your user. See, if you're not going to inform to your user, how user will be able to understand that you need to give some value. You need to give some value. You need to enter some value. So I'm just going to write here system dot out dot println. I'm going to write here, and inside brackets I'm going to write here enter. I'm going to write here enter a value for A and B, because I want to enter a value for A and B. Okay, I'm entering a value for A and B. Now I want to get some value into A. How to get it? I just need to write here the name of object. I have already explained you guys, scanner is a logged Almira, is a logged block. If you want to go to a scanner, you need to create an object of a class. How to create object of a class? This I have explained you. Now how to use the functions. Once you have created your scanner object, you can use all functions of a scanner class. You just need to write here the name of object obj dot next. I should be capital of int. You need to open round brackets. You can copy this thing. You can do one thing. You can copy this thing. You can paste this to the next line. You can write here B. So I took a one value into A. I took one value into B. I'm going to write here C is equal to A plus B. I have done addition here. So the similar, the rest of the code lines will be same, guys, whatever we have done in our last class. So here I have created three variables. I have created here object of scanner class. I have taken a value from user to A, from user to B. I added both the values. I kept answer in C. I want to print my answer now. I'm just going to copy this line, and I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to paste my answer here. So I just want to write here addition as. You can write any message here. We have already discussed this thing. In double inverted comma, you need to write message, then plus, and then you need to write here C. So the C will be printed here, guys. Now I'm just going to use here indentation key to arrange my entire code. This I have all done. So import java.util.scanner class. Third, you are going to open braces, public static void main. I have created three rooms. A scanner object I have created. I entered a value for A, for B. I added to both the values into C, and C I have printed here. So the code is so simple. I'm just going to click on compile. I'm coming to my home screen to run, and you can see this third is ready here. What I can do in this code is I can also add system like screen clear line. That will be good for me because my screen will be clear then in advance. So I'm just coming up here, I'm pasting this here, and I'm just writing here \f. So my screen will be clear in advance. I could see only, only latest output. \f, I'm going to put here. I'm clicking on compile, going back to my screen. I'm going to right click here, and here I click on void main. Now you can see enter a value for A. So I'm writing here for A. You can see here, guys, this ribbon, this bottom ribbon, you can see this is text field. I'm writing here 2 for A value, means this is for A. Next value I'm writing 3 for B. 2 plus 3 is 5, you can see. This is not minus sign, basically this is a code, a dash I have given to the code. If you want to remove, you can remove it, or you can put here equal, like assignment operator, you can give space. Once again I'm going to run it, so that you will be able to understand that whatever sign you want, you can put up here. You can see I'm writing 2 for A and 3 for B. You can see the answer is here. So guys, like this, you can do any operation, like whatever operation you want, you can apply. Just now you can see I'm adding, these two things. If I want, I can multiple. I've just copied both the codes and I'm pasting here. So in this time I can multiple. I just put up here multiple, and I can write here MUL because I'm multiplying here, and I'm going to get the answer. Even I can add, subtract, whatever I want, I can do this thing. I'm writing here subtraction now. So this is how you can design a calculator also with basic operations, you know. And here I'm doing division, means I'm just going to divide this thing. So div, I could write here. And here, if you want answer in float, so you just need to put round bracket here, and you can write here float. So you will be getting answer in form of float. So means it is going to give you answer in form of float also. So I'm just going to click on compile. I'm coming here on this main screen. I'm going to right click here on this third. I'm clicking on void main. You can see now I enter a value for A. I'm just writing 3 this time, and then 2 for B. You can see, guys, this is addition, this is multiplication, subtraction, this is division. So guys, this is amazing example. You can see this code. You will be able to understand. You please practice this entire code in BlueJ, and you will be able to understand. I'm just going to apply indentation here. Okay, so my code is well arranged. And always remember, like, when something is integer but you want answer in form of float, guys, you need to typecast it. This is known as conversion. We'll be having a full session on this soon. So what I need to do is, mean C is my integer, but I just want, my float answer from C. That is integer, but I want answer to be printed in form of float. So what to do for this? What I can do is, I just write here in round bracket float. So C, whatever answer is stored in C, that will be coming up in form of float. So this is how you can print integer variable, but float value can be printed in this way. So guys, this is all done. We have done today how to take a value from user during run mode using a scanner, and we'll be doing a few more exercises in our next class. So see you to my next class. Thank you.